Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who watched my last video and have commented and praised me for the video that I made and helped a lot of you. And a lot of you have asked your queries regarding concise notes, questions and the platforms, etc. So in this video, I would like to address the query of concise notes. Many of you are finding difficulty how to concise the notes. Is it really important to concise the notes? We are not able to concise. So let's start this video. Like, is it really important to concise notes? See, हमारे अंदर हमारा टारगेट क्लियर होना चाहिए कि हमारा टारगेट कंसाइज नोट्स बनाना नहीं है. हमारा टारगेट है नीट पीजी क्रैक करना. अब नीट पीजी हम वी कैन क्रैक इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंसाइज नोट्स, वी माइट नॉट क्रैक इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंसाइज नोट्स. तो कंसाइज नोट्स एक जरिया है नीट पीजी क्रैक करने का. नीट पीजी क्रैक कैसे होगा? व्हेन वी विल बी एबल टू रिवाइज ऑल द 19 सब्जेक्ट्स इन द लास्ट 10 डेज. अब दिक्कत क्या आती है, कुछ लोग आर नॉट एबल टू रिवाइज ऑल दोज 19 सब्जेक्ट्स इन द लास्ट 10 days, and because they are quite vast and number of pages are quite a lot, so they cannot go through all the pages. So that's why they make concise notes which can help them to go through every subject in the last 10 days. But mark my words, if you can go through all the subjects without making concise notes through your main notes in the last 10 days, there is absolutely no need to make concise notes or make the 20th copy. Got my point? So up next question, should we make concise notes of each and every subject? For to answer this question, I have divided all 19 subjects into 4 parts. Batch A, B, C, D. This is according to my preference, my strengths and weaknesses, the subjects I was quite strong in, the subjects I was quite weak in. So coming to batch A, the batch A has the subjects which has the maximum number of questions in the exam, like PSM, Obs, Gynae, Medicine, Surgery, Patho, Pharma. So they are quite vast, and the content in these subjects is really important, and they have direct questions and clinical based questions, everything from these subjects. So when I was preparing, I also had a lot of quite a lot of notes for these 6 subjects. So I tried concising the notes for surgery and medicine, but so one day I sat and started concising my notes. But what I noticed that I was not concising, I was just ending up myself in copying the notes from main notes to another copy. So because everything was so important, I could not make it out which one is important, which one is not. Although I have highlighted and marked stars and marked PYQ, but still I was not able to. I tried twice, but then I left it. So before NEETPG exam in the last 10 days, I was able to go through all these 6 subjects in approximately 5 to 6 days, roughly 5 to 6 days. See, if you have been through your notes अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन, अगर आपने अपने नोट्स को ढंग से पढ़ रखा है, बार बार पढ़ रखा है, यू नो कौन सी चीज़ कहाँ पे लिखी है, कौन सी इंपॉर्टेंट है, कौन सी नहीं. सो यू वॉन्ट फाइंड इट मच डिफिकल्ट टू गो थ्रू ऑल ऑफ देम बिफोर योर नीट पीजी एग्जाम. सो all these notes I have read very thoroughly, especially Obs, Gynae, PSM, Patho, Pharma. I like Patho a lot, so Patho was quite easy for me. Pharma is okay, but all of them I went through all of those subjects within 5 to 6 days before exam. So I did not make any concise notes for these 6 subjects. Now coming to the B batch, which has a quite short number of short subjects like ortho, dermat, psychiatry, radio, ENT, anesthesia. These subjects have questions, but they are not so difficult. They are typical questions like ENT, Meniere's disease, BPPV, and etc. I'm not going to the details that you all know. So there's not much difficult questions. There are difficult questions, but not many. You can go through them if you have been through these subjects easily. But if you are a third or fourth prof students, then you should make proper notes by going through text and videos and through the books. But if you are someone who is in your internship phase or post internship phase, doing jobs and preparing side by side, it might be quite difficult for you to make notes. So go to a stationery shop, get those notes which are the shortest. Mark my words, which are the shortest subjects. For ENT, go through the shop and just ask for the shortest, and which you can just read very nicely. There is no shame or harm in reading the printed notes. Notes banana chahiye, and they are very important. I also know that making notes help you remembering the subjects more deeply for longer time, but we have to work according to the time that is available for us. So we will so just market में जो भी notes हैं उसको लेकर आइए, and उसके उससे जो भी आप notes लेकर आए, suppose if you have bought the notes for marrow, just go through marrow videos. If prep ladder, then prep ladder, bhatia, for example. So just go through the rapid revision notes, whatever notes you have bought, and mark the important questions, the important lines, the things that are missing in your notes but are there in your word videos. Just mark those points in your videos and go through them while you're reading the subject, and then do subject wise tests and topic wise questions. So whatever is missing in your notes, just add a sticky note or paper and just go through it. So this will help you in going through all those 6-5 subjects that are quite easy and does not have a good amount of questions. See, you cannot afford to lose any marks on easy subject. So you have to go through every subject. You cannot leave any subject before exam. So you have to find a way to go through them. So this way you can go through these 6 subjects easily. Now coming to the batch C, Physio, Anat, Biochem. Physio was quite okay for me, but for Biochem and Anat, I was quite weak in especially Anat, because muscle origin, insertion and remembering them were quite difficult. So I was preparing from an online platform. If you want to know, you can DM me. I can just let you know which platform I chose during my preparation. So they had a set number of days for Anat and Biochem. Suppose for Anat they had 6-7 days, for Biochem they have 6-7 classes. So the notes were quite relevant and to the point. They were not very vast and they were not very they were not very cut short. They were to the point. So I blindly followed them. I blindly followed my biochem and anat mentor. Whatever they were telling, I used to make notes, I used to study, and I used to make diagrams accordingly and do questions and give tests. I was not doing very well, but I was doing pretty okay in these subjects. That will help me in cracking this exam. See, you have to understand that we are not doing PhD in any of these subjects. ठीक है, we will do specialization in one of these, but हमें किसी में, but except one, we don't have to master all of them. हमें बस सारे subjects इतने पढ़ने हैं कि they help us in cracking the NEETPG. ठीक है, तो हमें उतना ही पढ़ना है, ना उससे ज़्यादा ना उससे कम. उससे ज़्यादा पढ़ेंगे तो देयर इज़ नो पॉइंट, उससे कम पढ़ेंगे तो हमारा नुकसान है. हमें उतना ही जितना हमारे एग्जाम की ज़रूरत है. सो इट्स ओके इफ़ यू नॉट गोइंग इन डेप्थ, यू आर जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू सुपरफिशियली वॉट एवर इज नीडेड इन एग्जाम. इतना भी काफ़ी है. सो नाउ कमिंग टू द batch D, the most important part of the preparation, like microbiome, opthal, forensic and peds. I was not good, especially in microbiome, opthal, forensic. Peds was okay. So see, microbiome is a subject in which there are bacteria, virus, fungi. So you will face trouble in remembering those things. So if you have made your notes once, what will you do? Just take your microbiome notes. If you are done reading them once and you want to concise them, just sit one day, take a page, put it in a landscape mode and make a table like this. It will help you. Trust me, I did this and it helped me concising my 100 notes of microbiome in just 20 pages. And it's obvious that reading 200 notes before exam is much more difficult than reading 20 pages. And 20 pages I made quite attractive. I added images, I made diagrams, I made I marked important points. So that was not too difficult for me then. Make a table in a landscape mode. Write the name of the bacteria or virus or fungi or parasite. Suppose parasite. So you write the name and then make a structure. If you think that structure is important, that question has been asked in previous years, then make the structure, label it, whatever is important. Then come to life cycle. In life cycle, need not make every diagram. Just make the life cycle by the names, make arrows, and whatever is infective stage or reproductive stage, mark them in the life cycle. If something is important, mark them in life cycle then and there only. Then clinical features, that disease present like what? Fever, rash, gastroenteritis, vomiting, joint pain, arthralgia, myalgia, some kind of ester, whatever it is, write it there. If something is very important, write this ester. Ester is very classical of anthrax. So if it comes, make a star mark ki anthrax come and ester come, I can relate it to that. Then the name of the disease it is causing, the investigation, how will it investigate, is it a blood culture, urine culture, blood antigen test, stool antigen test, ELISA, RT-PCR, etc. And then the treatment, they don't ask regarding the doses much, they are mainly concerned regarding the name of the drug and the regimen, like a 4-day, 5-day, mainly till the name they are concise to. So that's how you can just concise your microbiome notes. You can concise your parasito into max to max 6 pages. Your parasito will be complete in 6 pages. And then same way you can do with bacteria and virus, fungi also. And trust me, this helped me a lot. This took me around 3-4 days, around 3 days, and those 3 days were not wasted. They were the investment I made for my last 10 days before exam, and they helped me tremendously because I was a bit more confident through my preparation during the last 10 days because of this tabular form. Now coming to something like opthal and pediatrics, which are much more clinical subjects, how can you concise them? For concising them, write the disease name. Whatever, suppose we are studying Hirschsprung disease, for example, just write the name. How is it caused? Is it it is caused by the it is caused by non-migration of the neural crest cells, for example, and why is it not caused? Write the genome, write the gene number, write the name of the gene, chromosome number if it is there. Then clinical features, how will the patient will present to us, what will the child will be complaining about, and then investigations, like how will you diagnose it, and then treatment, is it surgical or it medical, then how do we treat it, is it emergency or not. For example, type 1 diabetes mellitus can present in pediatrics, so there's a emergency in type 1 diabetes, that is DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis. So you can write additional points, you can write about DKA, how to manage it, or you can just paste a sticky note. So that's how you can concise your notes. Concising notes, I think, will be a much more better way in tabular form, instead of just copying the whole thing again. Just make your notes quite attractive and informative, and it to help you in revising again and again. So but now coming to you can't concise everything, I also know, in medicine, surgery. So the topics you are finding doable, need not concise them. If आपको लग रहा है कि हाँ, I will be able to go through this topic before exam in 2-3 minutes and the subject in 1-2 days, then don't concise, there is no need. But suppose there are few subtopics that you are thinking are quite vast, but you can concise them. So take a page, A4 size sheet or some A5 paper, just write the name, the pathogenesis, clinical features, diagnosis, investigation, and paste it after the topic has ended. For example, PPH in Ops and Gynae. So after you have give PPH one read, take a page, write important points, and just attach it or separate after your notes. So by this you will see you have not made the 20th notebook, but you have attached the pages of important notes after every topic. So instead of going to topic like 7-8 pages, you can just go through that one page and you will be done with the topic. Okay, so this is a few tricks by which you can concise your notes. Need not concise every subject. If you want this trick, you can apply it to some other subject also that you are finding it difficult, because this is a preference I have made according to myself, what subjects I was weak in. You can change it according to your perspective. But now coming to the most important thing, लोग क्या गलती करते हैं, the first day they will start studying and they will start concising the day one. वो फर्स्ट डे बैठेंगे एंड फर्स्ट डे बोलेंगे कि मैम हम कंसाइज नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. ये बच्चे, यू कैन नॉट कंसाइज व्हाट यू हैव नॉट रेड. जब तक आपने कोई चीज़ पढ़ी ही नहीं है, हाउ कैन यू कंसाइज देम? इफ आई डू नॉट नो A to Z, हाउ विल बी एबल टू कंसाइज A to Z? I should know stuff before concising, right? So first of all, focus upon reading the text, going through videos. Even for short subjects also, you have to go through at least rapid revision videos. Forget about the last subjects. Last subjects, you have to go through them once, and after going through them once, only you can concise them. Suppose you have read the topic of PPH once, You have marked the important points, PYQs and important points, and the questions you are doing, whatever is left in your notes, you've added them also. So after going through only, you can concise them. Don't sit on the day one कि हम concise नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. Day one पे you won't know what is important, what is not, how not to concise. You don't think that concising notes is a shortcut. Concising notes is a path to revision. It's not a shortcut कि चलो हम notes नहीं पढ़ते, हम बस ये पढ़ लेंगे, हमारा काम हो जाएगा. ऐसे काम नहीं होने वाला है. You have to put efforts in reading your notes once and then concising. ठीक है. So this was very important to not do hurry in making notes or concising them. First focus upon the content, the syllabus, what is important. Read like you are reading something to learn new knowledge and new concept. Now the most frequently asked question from me, what is the best resource for the PG preparation? I know there are many platforms which are giving the guidance and coachings for PG. I will not take name of any PG. There are many: Marrow, Prep Ladder, Cerebellum, Bhatia, DAMS. So I'm not in the name of any. I will just tell you how to pick one of the platform according to your privileges and your availabilities. See, all of us are not working, all of us are not coming from the same background. Many of you will be having all the privileges, but many of you might be facing some monetary issues regarding preparation. So choose a subject which you find is the most affordable. जो आपको लग रहा है कि हाँ ठीक है, ये I can afford one subject from this, one subject from this, and one from this. They rest of them are very expensive. मत लो आप. First of all, see if you can afford any of them, then it's fine. Then you can go to the 2 or 3 and 4 points. But if you think you can't afford all of them and you are facing difficulty in paying that fees at once, either go to that center and talk to them ki can you pay fees in lump sum amount as you're working also, so you will be able to pay off. But they say ki no, you have to pay lump sum amount at once. So then you can just go through whatever is affordable and start from where you are. See, do not think कि वो मेरे पास नहीं है, वो उसमें सब कुछ है, मेरे पास नहीं है, मैं कैसे कर पाऊंगा, हाउ विल बी एबल टू स्टडी, वो तो मेरे पास छूट जाएगा, fear of missing out. Do not have FOMO of what you don't have. Be confident of what you have from where you are and start from that. Start from scratch also, no issues. So first one was affordable. If you are affordable and if you are affordable to have any platform, then go through these points that I am mentioning below. But if you don't, just start with one subject, take one subscription of one small subject. If you find it okay, then go through that only. Okay. Now coming to second point, proper schedule. Choose a platform which has a proper schedule regarding course content. Suppose your exam is after 6 months or 10 months. So they must be having a schedule to complete your syllabus within 5 months or 6 months, so that you will be having 3-4 months to revise and give test also. ऐसा नहीं हो कि 10 महीने बाद आपका एग्जाम है एंड अब 10 महीने तो उनका कोर्स ही पूरा नहीं हुआ. So they should have a syllabus and a schedule कि how they are planning to complete the subject. They should have a proper questions. You should not run behind some other source for questions. ऐसा नहीं कि आप एक से वीडियोस पढ़ रहे हैं एंड दूसरे से आप क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं. That is up to you if you are doing it by your choice, but at least your platform should have questions if you are following only one platform. And then test series. Suppose there are topic wise test series, there are mixed tests, there are mixed test series, subject wise test, grand test, CBTs, etc. So your platform, whichever you are following, should have all the proper schedule, and if they have, then coming to the next point. Point number 3, the most important point, what I feel was important for me. See, during my internship, I was following one of the online platform. That was only a one-way communication. There was no two-way communication. I used to just read videos, watch videos, and go through the notes. Suppose I was doing my medicine posting. So medicine posting mein, I used to watch medicine videos and go and read the notes and then do the questions. The biggest void I was feeling and lacuna I was feeling, that I was not able to clear my doubts. In every topic, in every subject, I used to have silly doubts, important doubts, which I was not able to understand. They were there and there was no one who can clear me. you have PGs in your internship that can help you out, but regarding exam perspective, you need someone who is totally into this, in this performer and in this niche, who knows how to clear your doubts and who has been teaching for years and years now, who knows what are the doubts and how to clear them up. Is it really a doubt, or is it just a silly question, you can just get rid of it? So in those online platforms where there are videos, I was not able to get those doubts clear, and I was not able to crack even easy questions in test series, and so I was not feeling very confident during my internship preparation, and I was not serious also. I was just doing it side by side कि चलो internship तो थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ लेते हैं, but I was not preparing very wholeheartedly. The wholehearted preparation was started 1 month before my internship was ending. So choose a platform where your doubts are cleared off, because otherwise your doubts will be visible in your test, will be visible in your questions. आपका क्यारी प्रॉपर नहीं हो पाएगा, एंड यू वॉन्ट बी सेटिस्फाइड इनफ विद द प्रिपरेशन. आपको लगेगा नहीं, इसमें ये नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं हुआ, ये छूट गया, वो छूट गया. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. सेकेंड, you should have someone with whom you can talk to regarding your bad days. See, your mentor is going through this type of sessions with students since years. You might be having someone, your sibling, your friend, your parents, to help you in your bad days. See, exam journey is not very happening. It's quite dull and boring, and it needs a lot of strength. So there will be bad days, there will be really bad days in which you will feel that you are a complete failure. You have nothing that you can do in your life, you have achieved nothing, there's a lot more hurdle in front of you, you can't do it. These thoughts like this are okay. Do not give up, but you need someone who can show you the mirror, how far you have come from. आपने जो achievements की हैं, you have done your MBBS, you have done a lot. Just about giving it a bit more head start so that you can get your exam. But for that you need someone जिसने exam crack कर रखा हो. Your sibling and parents might be there for your bad days, but they might not be doctors, they might not be someone who have given the competitive exams, and they might not understand the pressure. So your teacher is someone who has been through all this, who knows how it feels, and who can really tell you ki what needs to be done. It's okay to feel like this. So there should be a bond between you and teacher who can help you in your bad days. If you don't need it, then it's okay. But if you really need someone, so there should be a two-way communication. So before choosing any platform, I think this is the most important. And point number 4 also is very important. See, there are many platforms available there in the market. What happens, देखो पेपर में क्वेश्चन कितने आने हैं, 200 क्वेश्चन आने हैं. गारंटी के साथ आई कैन से ऑल द प्लेटफॉर्म्स आर टीचिंग 160 क्वेश्चंस सेम. जो 160 क्वेश्चंस का कंटेंट प्लेटफॉर्म ए पढ़ा रहा है, वही प्लेटफॉर्म बी, सी, डी सब पढ़ा रहे हैं. फर्क कहाँ आता है? फर्क आता है उन दो 40 क्वेश्चंस में. 40 क्वेश्चंस, देयर आर सम 40 क्वेश्चंस इन वन प्लेटफॉर्म, डिफरेंट 40 क्वेश्चंस इन ऑन वन प्लेटफॉर्म. लोग क्या करते हैं, लोग उन 160 क्वेश्चंस को छोड़ के पीपल रन बिहाइंड ऑन दोज 40 क्वेश्चंस. पीपल विल नॉट सी कि 160 क्वेश्चंस जो वहाँ पढ़ा रहे हैं वो मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे भी हैं. बट नहीं, वहाँ पर दे आर मोर इनिशिएट ओरिएंटेड, दे हैव मोर PYQs, दे हैव मोर इमेज बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस, दे हैव मोर TNDs. सो जस्ट रन बिहाइंड दोज. ऐसी गलती मत करो. सी, रैंक डिसाइडिंग क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट दोज 40 क्वेश्चंस, दे आर मेयरली 40 क्वेश्चंस. 40 क्वेश्चंस आर वेरी डिफिकल्ट. जो आपके लिए डिफिकल्ट है वो टॉपर के लिए भी डिफिकल्ट है. Run behind those 160 questions. Those 160 questions are rank deciding questions. What's the difference? Topper does not lose marks on those 160 questions, but the average students who is not able to concentrate will lose those marks. 160 questions में there will be easy, एकदम केक वॉक टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. जब देखते बोल दो कि ये क्वेश्चन भी है, ये क्वेश्चन क्यों आया, तो आने नहीं चाहिए था. ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पे टॉपर विल नेवर एवर लूज अ मार्क्स, बिकॉज उसने फोकस किया है उन 160 क्वेश्चन जब वो पढ़ा रहे थे. बिकॉज यू जस्ट रन बिहाइंड, अच्छा वो फैंटेसी लग रहा है, दैट क्वेश्चन इज फैंटेसी, वो अलग लग रहा है, वो पढ़ लेते हैं. गेट योर बेसिक्स क्लियर फर्स्ट. Go through those basic notes again and again so that you have those 160 questions clear in one go. If you have 160 questions clear in one go, mark my words, you're already in those top 5,000 students. This depends upon कि आपने कितना एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ा है. If you're really a topper and you really want to see a double digit rank, then you have to do extra work. That is so fine. Then you have to do extra PYQs, any sets, multiple revisions, high standards reference books. Then you have to do. But if you are someone कि you are okay getting a surgical branch or top 5,000 in a decent rank, not a bad rank, then focus on those 160 questions. जो platform आपके पास है, trust that platform blindly. देखिए, fifth point is one subject, one source. You can have many sources for many subjects, but suppose if you are following medicine from one source, completely blindly follow that one resource. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप वीडियो के लिए यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं, क्वेश्चंस के लिए वहाँ पे जा रहे हैं, पी वाइज के लिए कहीं और जा रहे हैं. वन सब्जेक्ट शुड ओनली हैव वन सोर्स. अगर ऐसा है, just follow your mentor blindly. Whatever he is teaching, from wherever he is teaching, whatever question he is telling you, do that again and again and again and again. आंख बंद करके ना मेंटर पर भरोसा कर लो कि जो पढ़ा रहा है यही पढ़ा रहा है, इसके अलावा इस सब्जेक्ट में इससे बेटर मुझे कोई नहीं पढ़ा सकता. जो ये पढ़ा रहा है, आई शुड बी केपेबल इनफ to learn and revise and recall everything whatever he has taught me in these 5-6 months. If I'm able to do so, then I can tell you, you will get a very, very, very good rank. Don't run behind those 40 questions. 40 questions, no one can say. 40 questions में topper might be putting guesses also. ठीक है, तो don't run behind 40 questions. 160 questions are basic. Try to get a hold and grip on those 160 questions. Important. And one subject should only have one source. And this pick, especially at the end, I would like to tell to all the FMGs, see, don't underestimate yourself by any label, by any tag, whatever you are given. You have already come through a lot. You have been living in some other country all alone, doing all things alone, and then showing up to the NEETPG. You have cleared FMG, so you have a lot of potential. The best thing, do not go by the people. लोग हमें FMG बोलते हैं, लोगों ने हमें डाउनग्रेड कर दिया. This is all that goes here. Just work on yourself daily. Some days might not be very happening, few days might be very boring, but show up daily. Practice, read, study, take break, revise. If you keep on doing like this, one day you will see how far you have come, how much efforts you have put will pay you off one day. And then जब efforts का result आता है ना, उसका मज़ा ही अलग होता है. मतलब एग्जाम के उस साइड की दुनिया जब भी आप देखते हो कि आपने एग्जाम क्लियर कर लिया है, यू आर समवन हु हैव प्रूवन टू योरसेल्फ. यू डोंट हैव टू प्रूव इट टू योर पेरेंट्स, टू योर सिबलिंग्स, टू योर नेबर्स, टू योर रिलेटिव्स, टू योर फ्रेंड्स. यू हैव टू प्रूव इट टू योरसेल्फ कि नहीं, आई एम नॉट लेसर देन एनीवन, आई एम इवन मोर केपेबल, मोर देन आई थिंक ऑफ माई सेल्फ. ठीक है, द बेस्ट रिवेंज इज टू सिंपली इम्प्रूव योर सेल्फ एंड प्रूव योर सेल्फ. So thank you very much again, and I hope you like this video.